Hey, what's up, stay-at-homies? Hope you're doing great. Today, we are going to make a window bingo card, and then you'll be able to play window bingo. Or maybe for some of you, it'll be balcony bingo or backyard bingo. Kind of depends on where you live and, what your family has going on today and that sort of thing. So, first of all, you'll want to start by finding a piece of paper that you can make a grid on. Or if you check in the description of this video, I've included a couple of links to printable grids just to make it a little bit simpler. So I found this one, just a free printable online. And so you can see I've got a grid that's 4 squares by 4 squares. That means I have 16 spaces in my bingo card. You could do more spaces or less spaces. So check the description. There's a few options on there for you. You can also make your own. Of course, if you would like, you could just use a blank piece of paper. You could even do this inside a notebook if you want to. Maybe use a ruler to get some nice straight lines and divide up your page with as many spaces as you would like. I'm going to go ahead and use this 16 space grid for my window bingo game today. Okay, so the next thing you need to do is think about things that you would normally see passing by your window or your balcony or your backyard on a regular basis. You don't really want to pick anything too crazy that's not really that possible. So I'm not going to put on my bingo card an elephant. Because if I have to wait to see an elephant walking down my street, it's probably never going to happen. And even things that might be normal stuff, like maybe a bus. The street where I live, there's not any bus stops on my street. You have to kind of walk out and go around the corner. So I've never ever seen a bus go by. So if I put a bus on my bingo card, I probably won't get to mark that off. But maybe where you live, buses go by all the time. You just have to think about what will work best for you. So again, if you're having a hard time, you can check the description of the video, and I've got a pretty big long list of suggestions. Now again, think about things that you would normally see, because this is going to be more fun if you actually get to mark things off of your bingo card. So get some ideas. Maybe if you want, you could write a little list, or you could check the list in the description. And then the next step, of course, is to fill up your bingo card. All right, so once you've got some ideas, you're ready to get started on your bingo card. Now, there's a few ways that you could do this. You could just write the words in the spaces on your bingo card. You could draw little pictures. You could, maybe if you have little pictures or stickers or something that you could glue or stick on to your card, or you could use a combination of all of those things. That's probably what I'm going to do. I think I'll probably draw some of the things where I feel like, yeah, I think I can do a pretty good job drawing that. But then some stuff, honestly, it might feel a little bit tricky, and it might kind of take me forever. So it depends how much time I want to spend making my card and how soon I want to get to actually playing my bingo game. So I am just going to choose a few little pictures that I want to draw, and I'm going to fill in the rest of my card just with writing, with words, and then I'll be ready to play. Okay, so you can see your drawings don't have to be amazing. Mine certainly are not. But I think I've had enough drawing. I'm going to go ahead and fill in the rest of my card just by printing the words, and then I'll be ready to play. All right, so I've finished my window bingo card with a combination of drawings and just writing the words. Some of the stuff I was like, that's too tricky to draw, or I don't really feel like it, so that's okay. So you can see that I've been pretty specific. So instead of just saying a car driving by, I'm looking for a red car. Or instead of watching for just like any old truck, I'm looking for a black truck. So I've been really specific, so that's one way to make it more fun. Same thing with some of my birds. So I've got a robin here and a crow down here. Now, where I live, I actually could have included some other birds. I often see blue jays in my little backyard, which is really cool. So I could have put a blue jay on here. With squirrel, sometimes I see gray squirrels and sometimes I see black squirrels. There's one black squirrel, looks really mean, kind of mangy. The more specific it is, the more fun it can be, but also the more challenging. So like if I'm watching out my window and I see somebody walk by and they're wearing a green hat, I'm not going to cover this up because I'm watching for a blue hat. So it's kind of fun. Now you could play this by yourself and you could just see if you could cover up your whole entire card, or you could see if you could get a straight line, or if you want, you could even compete with your family. So if you're going to do that, the other people in your family who want to play would have to make their own cards. Now, you could have some of the same things on your cards, but you wouldn't want to have them in the same spot. So if their card looked exactly the same as yours, and then you were both sitting watching out the window and playing bingo, you'd both end up getting bingo at the same time. So even though you could use the same stuff, you wouldn't want to put it in exactly the same spot. So hopefully that makes sense. Now, a couple other things. You can either use little objects to cover up. So if I'm watching out my window and I see a robin, I could go ahead and put something on top of that space. I've got some buttons here. You could use really anything that you can find, little objects or toys from around the house. You could also color your spaces in, but if you choose to color your spaces in, then you can't really reuse the card. If I just cover it up with an object, and then when I'm done my game, I can clear the objects off, then I still have my card and I could play this again another day. So there's some ideas for you. Once again, check the description of this video for some links for printable grids, just to save yourself that step of making it, and also for a list of ideas of things that you could put on your bingo card. I'm gonna head over to the window and play, so that's it for me. She does not like to be held. But she loves attention, don't you? Well, say hello. Okay, I'm sorry. There you go. You're free. All right, well, Gretchen and I hope you have fun playing window bingo or balcony bingo or whatever. Right, Gretchen? Yeah. So until next time, be brave, be kind, and wash your hands. Bye.